So I wanted to give you a quick overview of profiles to give you some examples and some ideas about how to proceed or how to shape your profile. Profiles, as our textbook states, provide a snapshot of a person, a place, or an activity. By focusing on a particular individual or place, a profile seeks to capture an insight, idea, theme, or social cause. A profile can be informative, but it can also incorporate narrative elements to tell an entertaining story. When you're thinking about how to write a profile, one of the tips is to let your subject speak. Let their words come through the profile. So you can use direct quotes to let the individual's voice be heard. You can see this in one of the example profiles from our textbook, The Near Fame Experience, which is on page 74. In here, the subject is quoted many different times, and it shows his frustration, a little bit of his personality, the specific words he uses, and that sort of thing. So you can look at that and the other examples in our chapter to get a sense of how dialogue can be incorporated. One of the best ways to get these individual details, these direct quotes, is through conducting an interview. You can read details about interviewing in chapter 25, specifically beginning on page 469. If you can't interview the subject of your profile, careful research can give you those specific, intimate details. If you're writing about a place or an activity, creating vivid descriptions can really help to give the reader a sense of place. Consider all of the senses so that you can let the reader feel like they're in that place with you. And observation can help you to collect these details. If you want to know more about observation, you can look on page 472, again in chapter 25. As a quick example, look at Prudentia, one of the examples in our textbook on page 71. This is a profile about a person, but it's also a profile about a place, Guatemala, and so it begins with a really vivid description of the place. So read through that first chapter. It begins the tropical jungle, dense with massive tree canopies, palm fronds, mango trees, red coffee berries, tangled vines, and creeping ferns against the morning sun, explodes like a massive jade from the land. So that's just the first sentence, and it's very vivid. It helps the reader to get a sense of being in that place. You also want to connect descriptions to your subject. So you want the way that you describe things to support what you're focusing on. So here's an example of that from a profile of several jazz musicians who wrote songs about food. The author is Roy Blunt Jr., and in the profile he seeks to create a dominant impression of the musicians as Epicureans. He creates a link among these several musicians that is new and surprising. He gives plenty of examples of the musicians' food-based lyrics, but he also uses word choice to emphasize his point. He writes about Bully Galliard's hummus, smooth baritone, and Fats Waller's meaty, sweety range of manner and voice. There are a lot of things that a writer could say about musicians like Fats Waller and Louis Armstrong, but Blunt focuses on food and emphasizes this through a wide range of descriptive and connotative details. So you'll notice in the assignment description that I don't provide a strict set of guidelines about length or format on the profile. This is intentional, and you'll find this with all of the assignments that I give you. The reason that I do this is that I want you to make decisions for yourself based on your topic, your audience, your purpose, and the context that surrounds your writing. So when you're thinking about what to write and how to write, you want to start with some questions. Who do you want to write for? Who is your audience? What impact do you want to have on your audience? What's your purpose? And then what circumstances might affect what you write? This is context that might be what's been said before, what's been said recently, who's involved in the conversation, that sort of thing. So let's look at a specific example and how you might think about audience, purpose, and context. So with audience, let's say I wanted to write a profile about Salt Lake City. The first thing that I'd want to consider is who my audience will be. So it's easy with audience to go with the general public, but who is the general public? If I took our class as a subset of the general public, I bet I would find quite a few differences among you, both in terms of views, values, and experiences. So with my Salt Lake profile in mind, some of you may have lived in Salt Lake all of your lives, some of you may have just moved here, and some of you may not live here at all. So the information I would want to give you about Salt Lake would be different. So for this example, to narrow my audience, I'm going to decide to focus on people who have visited Salt Lake, but only in the winter. And the reason that I'm identifying only in the winter is because I want to focus my profile on Salt Lake City in the summer. So what a great place it is in the summer. So I'm going to focus my audience on, excuse me, I'm going to focus on Salt Lake City ski tourists. For my purpose, I want to encourage this audience to visit Salt Lake in the summer. When you think about your purpose, imagine your audience after they've read your piece. How do they think, feel, or act differently in the ideal circumstances? While you can't always guarantee your audience's responses, keeping the desired response in mind can help you to more effectively craft your text. And you want to link your purpose to your audience, to what they need or want to hear. Since my audience only visits Salt Lake in the winter, I want to encourage these ski tourists to travel to Salt Lake at another time of year. So I have to think about context, or the circumstances surrounding my topic and my audience. I have to ask why my audience hasn't come to Salt Lake in the summer. I will have to decide what might get them interested in doing so. Since they ski, maybe they'll be interested in other outdoor sports like climbing, hiking, maybe even water skiing, so I could focus on those sports specifically. Since my audience consists of skiers, I might want to look at skiing magazines and winter travel brochures to see what amenities and experiences might appeal to this audience. I might also want to consider what might hinder my audience from traveling, costs, the need for variety, that sort of thing. And I might also want to see what's been written about my topic before so that I can add something new to the conversation. So, as you hopefully see, audience, purpose, and context are all interrelated, and as you explore these concepts, you can start getting a sense of how you want to shape your piece. And I hope you'll read some of the examples that we have in the textbook. There's some in Chapter 5 and in Chapter 34. As you're exploring the genre, getting a sense of what the range of possibilities are for that genre will really help you to make choices. So I've also posted some examples in web links, so you can find that on the course toolbar. Look at examples, find your own examples, look at what you think works, what you don't think works, what might work for your specific audience and purpose. So that's just a quick overview of profiles and how you might approach your project. If you have questions, let me know, and I'm happy to talk over ideas with you.